They tell you not to talk about what you see out there. They say you'll lose your job, that it's just heat exhaustion, dehydration, mountain madness, but that doesn't explain the things I've seen, the things I've heard, and it sure as hell doesn't explain what happened in Deadbrush Canyon. I worked as a volunteer on the search and rescue team in Utah for 8 years. Most calls are simple: twisted ankles, lost hikers, the occasional bear scare. But there is this one place we call Deadbrush. Officially, it's part of the national forest, but among the team, we call it a no-go zone. People vanish there, not often, but enough to make headlines, but enough to keep quiet about it. The terrain is deceptive, looks normal on the surface: pines, rocky ridges, even a little stream winding through, but there's a weight in the air out there, like you're being watched. And then there's the whistling. That's what got Kyla. She was a 19-year-old hiker solo trip and disappeared after texting her mom that she was heading into the canyon for just a short loop. Never made it out. We started our search 24 hours later. It took 3 days to find her. She was alive but changed. She wasn't injured physically, but she wouldn't stop shaking, kept mumbling about the copy. I'll never forget her voice, flat and distant, like she was already gone. She said something in the trees had her voice, said it was calling her, laughing, telling her things about her past no one should have known. And then she said it offered her to help. She never clarified what that meant, but she looked straight at me and whispered, "Don't answer it when it uses your voice." A few weeks later, she vanished again, this time from her hospital room. Security footage showed nothing, not even entering, no one leaving. She just wasn't there anymore. That should have been the end of it, but I couldn't let it go. Something about the way she said the copy, it just struck me. So I went back, alone this time. I told my team I needed air, that I'd be camping out in one of the nearby valleys. I lied, of course. Packed a flashlight, a flare gun, food for 2 days, hiked out to the edge of the dead bush at sunrise. The forest swallowed me whole. No birds and no wind, just silence. And I kept thinking, why me? Why did I have to be the one obsessed with this? Why did I come back? The deeper I went, the more it felt like the trees were closing in, like the trail behind me was vanishing. I checked my GPS and dead. Battery's full, but the screen was frozen on the opening coordinates. And that's when I heard it. My voice. My own goddamn voice from the trees whispering, "Hey, over here." I stopped cold. It wasn't an echo. It wasn't me. The rhythm was strong, stiff, robotic, like it was trying to remember how I talk, and it sounded amused. I turned in a slow circle. The voice repeated, louder this time. "Over here, I need help." My breath caught. That was the same line I used in a rescue call 6 months ago, word for word. The hairs on my arms stood straight up. Then came the whistling. Soft, melodic, like someone whistling an old lullaby, but it didn't fade with the distance. It circled me like the air itself was breathing around me. I started walking faster, not running, not yet. My flashlight flickered, then died. I fumbled for the flare gun, hands shaking, and then I saw it, perched between the trees, not moving, not breathing. It was me. wearing my uniform, my boots, same stupid scar above the eyebrow from that time I fell off a quad bike. But it wasn't me, that smile was too wide, like it didn't understand how to hold a face together. And its eyes, those weren't human. I raised the flare gun and it cocked its head at me, and then it spoke. You came back. Its voice was perfect this time, my tone, my candidness, but filled with something else. Hunger. I fired the flare gun and screamed and turned and ran away. I don't know how long I ran, hours, maybe days. The sun never moved, the forest never ended, and every few minutes I'd hear that damn whistling behind me, like it was walking just one step behind me. Eventually, I collapsed, couldn't breathe, couldn't move, just lay there, waiting to die. But nothing came, just silence. And then, faintly, I saw something ahead, a scrap of cloth tangled in a bush. It was a hospital bracelet with the name Kayla R, and next to it a set of footprints, not mine, smaller, barefoot, leading deeper. I didn't follow, I couldn't, I crawled until I passed out. When I woke up, I was on the edge of the canyon, my backpack gone, my flare gun missing, but the bracelet was still in my hand. I left the team that week. I don't answer calls about Deadbrush anymore, but sometimes late at night I still hear that whistling. Sometimes I hear my own voice outside my window, and sometimes I see myself just standing there, smiling.